The benefits of being in debate. Here's why you want to be in debate. Why you want to be in debate? Here's why. Colleges, they just love debate. They eat that up. They're like, ooh, debate.
The colleges also help you when you get debate to get scholarships, and even further when you're applying for a job, you'll know exactly what to say in the job interview, and you will get that job.
You should join debate because it's fun and awesome.
Speaking is a really important skill that a lot of our peers struggle with, and debate makes you do it a lot better than others.
You should join debate today because it can make you have better speaking skills and more friends.
Think of debate, they usually think of an argument, but we are also a speech and debate team. So speech is mostly very dramatic events. It's mostly based off of acting and being very theatrical. There's a section within speech called interpretation, and those events are like typically it's a lot of acting. And within the speech categories, it's more serious, yet it's still not argument, as you're not having a crossfire with anyone.
New to debate, and you're wondering, what event can I do? Fear no more, for declamation is your savior. You have 10 minutes to give someone else's speech. Declamation helps develop your speaking skills, memorization skills, and overall helps you get a good stand in debate. It is a great starter event before you go on to tougher events like public forum or OO or DI, which we shall get into later into this video.
Now that you've learned about the starter events, it's time to start moving into the more rigorous and serious events that we do in the varsity debate. So oral interpretation is perfect for those of you who don't feel like memorizing a full piece. You see, with oral interp, you get to have a small little binder to reference to, and the whole point of OI is to mimic storytelling. Now, in OI, you have to prepare two selections. One, a prose, which is basically just a type of story. It could be funny or it can be serious. And you have a poetry program, where you find a bunch of spoken word poems, and you just put them together in an overall theme, and you speak it out so you sound beautiful, and all the people love you.
A facet of speech is called interp. Now in interp, we actually take scripts and animate them and make them come to life. There are three categories of interp: HI, DI, and duo. In these three different categories, HI and DI include a single person, whereas duo, as the name states, is two people working together. In HI, DI, and duo, you take a script, usually multiple people, and you bring it to life using animations. You're not allowed to use props, and this piece does have to be memorized. Like stated for other things, you have a 10-minute speech with a 30-second grace period.
So extemp is a branching off of impromptu. With it, you have to make up a speech as you go, but what you do is you get a question in the beginning of your round, something about things going on in the world and something that's relevant to like today's news. Then you have 30 minutes to prep for it. You may or may not have internet access, so you need to save a bunch of files and documents and articles before the tournament. And then you have 30 minutes to write a structured speech, and then when you're in the round, you have to memorize the speech, deliver it with proper using of sources, and answering the question properly.
Does something utterly infuriate you every day? Do you wake up in the morning just pissed at the world? Well, OO, original oratory, is your chance to write about it. Is your chance to write about a solution to solving this problem. Original because you can decide exactly how you want to fix it. You get to prep as long as you want to, although it is a memorized speech. So you do have to know the entire thing.
Congressional debate is one of the easiest to learn but hardest to master, in which students debate a large range of topics that the students themselves choose.
Okay, you are either a senator or a representative, depending on what type of a chamber you're in, and no matter what type of a chamber you're in, you're debating bills or resolutions. A bill is where you take an action, you institute, oversee, and enforce it. A resolution is where you recommend that an action be done, and you're either on the affirmation or the negation of them, which means that you either want it to be done or you don't. And for each of those things, you will give a short speech and you will have a short period of questioning.
Lincoln Douglas is an individual event. It's based on the Stephen Douglas and Abraham Lincoln debates on slavery, so it's based on morals and theory.
LD debate is designed to center on a proposition of a value. A proposition of a value concerns itself with what ought to be instead of what is. Hello. This is LD debate. In LD debate, we have a value and a value criterion by which we evaluate a resolution, typically in regard to morality. So suppose you value justice. Your value criterion could be consequentialism, where we evaluate the outcome of events to evaluate justice, what each is due. Now you would apply this value and value criterion, this paradigm, to a resolution. Could be about gun control, it could be about jury nullification, or it could be about adolescents being allowed to have medical rights. The resolutions vary every 2 months, and yeah, that's LD.
You know what they say, 2 heads are better than 1, and that's where PF comes in. It's partner debate, so you get to argue with a friend against another team. Typically it is current events such as the Syrian refugee crisis. And it's a lot of fun because it's actually relevant topics, and it's mostly factual based, not so much theory like LD, so you really need to be well prepared with your evidence.
PF is a team event. You get to work with a person of your choice, and it helps you make new connections and meet new people.
So like with any club, there are financial obligations. And so in the beginning of the year, we pay for dues, which consists of your membership to the National Speech and Debate Association. And you also get one of these amazing and lovely t-shirts. And then for tournament costs, we have after-school tournaments, which are much cheaper. They're about like $3 to $5. And then we have Saturday tournaments, which are typically a little more expensive, but it's around $15 to $20. It's not like this is every single Saturday. It's the time dedication is going to be about 1 Saturday a month and 1 day after school a month. So if you have other clubs like DECA or bands, that is going to take so much time, or if you're in a sport that's going to take hours of your day, this really isn't going to interfere, and you can balance it out pretty easily.
Thank you for listening to our video. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel and join debate, because if you join debate, you'll win some pretty awesome trophies. I know we have.